Welcome in, welcome in. We have 3 cards, 10 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. We have 2 of Pentacles, which are my Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, my Earth zodiacs. And then I have Air, Justice. This is Libra specifically. You can see I included that here in the imagery. There's something here that's been out of alignment. The reason I know that is because we have this. 2 in numerology has to do with balance, integrating, adjustment, flexibility. So you can see we've been putting a lot of time on some kind of financial investment. Somebody here I'm speaking to, again, whoever this is for, you're going to know if this is your reading or if it's not your reading. I just shot the reel because I wasn't able to get on live. So we did it a little bit backwards, but again, maybe that's divine alignment in itself. So whether this is a work dynamic, there could be something playing out in the work environment, that there's an injustice happening within the work environment. Maybe you're putting in too many hours and you're not being financially compensated for it. Maybe somebody here in the work environment is trying to level up, work up the chain, as it were. And someone's been pushing you down, keeping you back, but it's about to pay out for you. There's about to be a shift in the energy. And I say that because the bottom of the deck speaks loud, and this is about a new beginning. So you have a feel, and that's what I mean. I feel like this is kind of like you're not going to see this coming. This is a victory. I do feel like this is very much a win for somebody, but also that means there's a loss that needs to happen. So as we say, with every new beginning, right? With every ending, there's a new beginning. But also I feel like with every beginning, the cost of that new beginning is the cost of an ending, a door closing, a chapter being complete, or fulfillment, attainment, whatever the word is that we need to insert in there for this to make sense to you guys. So I started looking on my notes here, what the Fool is. The Fool is, again, it's like connected to the air element, surprise. There's some kind of spontaneity here, spontaneous. Somebody here might be feeling spontaneous to try something new. The bottom card is the Star, which is healing. I feel like this is going to be a healing experience. We are dealing with air. This is Libra. So there's something here about being diplomatic. This is about perhaps speaking your truth, communicating a hardship, communicating a grievance, communicating, I need money. I need to get paid on time. It's going to be like I, showing up for yourself. In other words, the Fool, this card more specifically at the bottom of the deck, has to do with trusting the things that aren't seen. There's a reason why his head is in the clouds, because there's something here somebody has not been seeing. You're going through the paperwork. Funny story, perfect example, personal story. Filing taxes. If somebody's overlooking something in the tax paperwork, that can create a lot of issues, right? Financially, that can create IRS issues. That can create problems. So where you bring in an accountant, if that is an injustice financially regarding a tax situation, you want to make sure that you're getting your ducks in a row. You want somebody who's involved in the system to be able to oversee these documents, finalize documents. Another thing it could be, we could be dealing with an estate. Somebody here might be involved with an estate. Maybe the estate has been tied up in some kind of documentation, paperwork. Maybe someone didn't file something correctly. Maybe something got lost. Maybe someone shredded something with intention. Again, there's something that was not seen before that is now surprise. It's going to be revealed if it hasn't already revealed itself. I did not ask for a timing card, but looking on this, Wands represent weeks, Pentacles represent months. So over the next 10 weeks, which is actually 2 months, this is 2 months, 10 weeks, 4 and 4, 8-ish. So agree to disagree. Within the now to the next 2 months, there's going to be some kind of a reveal for somebody. Now, again, it could be a marriage. Maybe you're going through a divorce. Maybe you're separating and you're dividing your assets. I don't know what that means. Maybe somebody here is trying to, again, level up in a career path, and somebody has been keeping you down, keeping you small. Maybe you need to walk away from this because you're done investing your time and not being compensated for that appropriately. So because of that, there's a new beginning. So as we said in the beginning, when we started shooting this, with every closing, with every ending, there is a new beginning. The Fool is about trusting this process, trusting that you're going to come out okay on the other side. Money is knocking at the door. Money is knocking at the door for somebody. This could be fresh ideas. This could be collaborations, partnering with someone. This could be putting in the time to explore resources and opportunities that maybe you haven't explored before. And that's where this balance, because you're going to come into better balance. Right now, you've been out of balance or out of alignment, as I like to say. When we deal with the Pentacles, we also deal with your health. So it's not just finances, this is your health. Maybe your health has been out of whack. Maybe someone wronged you and they gave you the wrong information, or maybe someone has been withholding information, or maybe someone's telling you half the story regarding a health issue. And now you've just come into more information because maybe you're going to a different clinic or you're going to a different whatever it's dealing with, okay? And so because you're putting in this time, this money, you're going to have a better outcome, a new beginning. So that means a change of health, right? Regarding you, or maybe it's an animal, okay? Just saying, I'm trying to think of all the different things and all the different people that these stories might touch and land with you. So we've talked about the health aspect with Pentacles. We've talked about the financial aspect of Pentacles. Now we're going to finalize or get to the home environment. So this could have to do with your home. Pentacles touches on home. Let's jump down to Pentacles because that's where we are in my notes. Give me a second. Two of Pentacles is, do I stay or do I go? This could be a work relationship. As we already said, it's time to make a decision. Two is about balance. We need to be asking ourselves these hard questions. Whether this is a health issue, do I stay with this provider? Do I change providers? Do I ditch the medication? Do I change the medication? Do I get a second opinion? However you want to internalize this message. That is your homework. I'm just kind of laying it out going, it's coming through for somebody here. There is a change. You've been doing the work. You've been doing the research. You're putting in the time, sending the emails, making the phone calls. You're documenting, and know that it's going to be a surprise kind of full circle for you. This card, again, I just need to re-emphasize, this is the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck deals with the stuff back here that we can't see. It's running on a program. A pattern is playing out. We might not see it. Doesn't mean it's not there. It just means it's a blind spot. But surprise, there's something new coming in for somebody. Just kind of building off that last little bit, segueing now into the Two of Pentacles. Do I stay or do I go? Somebody here might finally be seeing the bigger picture. So again, this could be connected to an estate. This could be connected to a business, an LLC, a trust. It could be connected to something in the banking system. It could be connected to your health. All of those things. Again, I'll let you guys iron out the internal process of how to clean this up in your own life. But there's something here that you're seeing a bigger picture. Somebody's been very distracted with micromanaging all the little tasks and all the little bits and pieces of this. And because you have been the blind spot, you've been distracted with keeping all of these little pieces in a line, that has been fogging your vision, right? That's why you haven't been able to see clearly. But again, something has changed. Something has shifted. We just had a full moon. I couldn't tell you for the life of me right now what element it was in as far as the zodiac, right? Air, earth, fire, or water. But we just came out of a full moon literally yesterday. So we've had a letting go happening. Something has let go. Something is floodgate open, right? Something has been invited to move on to the next phase. I just want to make sure my notes are complete, that I'm not missing anything, because I want to talk about the Justice card. Two of Pentacles, anything else here? You're realizing that there is more to life than just the materialistic wealth. So that's a spiritual aspect. Spiritually, you're realizing that shit is shit, right? Houses come, houses go. The car comes, the car goes. The materialistic stuff shouldn't be driving your fulfillment, your purpose in your life. And for somebody, they needed to hear that, right? We love our stuff. We love our purses. We love our hair. We love our nails. We love the facials. We love the bling. But at the end of the day, if we're investing too much of our time there, it can tax our health. It can tax our bank accounts. It can tax our relationships. Okay. So there's a shift there, an opportunity for someone, an invitation to bring perhaps that aspect into better alignment. Let's jump up now to Major Arcana 11, which is Libra energy. Libras are very communicative in nature. They are powerhouses of diplomacy. They generally like to be agreeable, not rock the boat in terms of the personality or the persona. Again, largely this card is more speaking to truth be told. Somebody has not been telling you the truth. And as we said a couple minutes ago when I first started shooting, whether this truth is in relation to health with you, it could be an animal, it could be diet, it could be whatever. Someone maybe in your inner circle is like, yeah, I'm taking some time off because I'm tired, but little do they know their kidneys are failing. Maybe someone's like, well, I got to take a vacation, but they're not telling you that it's because they're going to have a surgery and they're just not telling anybody about it. Whatever the reasoning behind it, I'm not here to explain that part. I'm just putting it out there going, somebody is not being truthful about a situation. It is connected to some kind of money, whether they don't have money or they have money and they're just not making correct choices or choices that are in alignment that would help facilitate a positive outcome. There's a new beginning here. Again, somebody could be dealing with, I keep seeing like an estate. I keep seeing like a judge, like a courthouse. It could be someone has something tied up. Maybe it's your taxes again. So we have tax season right now kind of playing out for a lot of people. And maybe there's finances or monies tied into the return on that tax. And it's being held up or you have to go to court because documentation, right? The pile of paperwork wasn't filed. I don't know exactly, but I can say with certainty, that's what this message is about. Let me just finish up in my notes, and then that is the reading today. This card reminds us to pay attention to important details, balance and fairness. Balance and fairness. So there's something here, as I said before, we want to be in the energetic space of balance. When we're juggling, as we said, all the little details, all the little involvements, all the different people in our lives, all the different conversations, all the different components, time, health, issue, money, it can be very much like this energy. It can be very cloggy. It can be very congested. It can be very hard to see our way forward. So this card is reminding you to pay attention to being in your truth, being in your center, coming from the lens of practice where you're being fair, you're being honest, you're being truthful, because karma's a bitch. Karma is a bitch. The next sentence says the law of karma is reflected in this card. So for anybody who doesn't know what karma is, what you put out, you get back. You might not get it right away, but it always finds you, okay? So this is just like do unto others as you would want done to you kind of thing. Again, karma. So that is the reading, going in the favor of fairness. I feel like this is going to be a good outcome for somebody. I really do. I feel it. As I said, the bottom of the deck below this card was the star card. See, healing. This is a very healing experience, and this is it. And I'll let you guys go. As we did the reel first, I was talking about with every ending of something, it is your choice to see that as an opportunity for something new to come in. Some people get upset when relationships end. That's okay. People aren't always intended to be in your life for all of eternity. Sometimes relationships come in for a season, they leave, and maybe they don't come back, maybe they return, right? Maybe you're at a job for a season, you leave, you do something else, maybe you come back, maybe you don't come back. Maybe you're at a place of employment which is supposed to be teaching you something, giving you a foundation, you learn what you need to learn, and then you move on to the next thing. That's what the energy of this is saying. There's something here that's about to come full circle because you've put in the time, you're learning how to balance and integrate. There's boundaries being put in place. There was a wrong that is about to be made right on your better behalf. Okay, that is the reading. Love you guys. Enlighten love. I will see you later this week. I hope that this resonated. All right, take care.